Have you ever had gasoline on your hands and no matter how much you wash, you can still smell it? Well, that's how it is. No matter how far I try to get away from my past, I still smell it. Samore Love Bugs, you have now tuned into my haves and have-nots recap. Guys, be sure to subscribe if you have not yet done so. Also, be sure to share this video on Google, Facebook, Twitter, Google Plus, wherever you like to share videos, okay? Also, be sure to check out my other channel, which is Samore Love TV. That's where I have all my love and hip-hop recaps, as well as some beauty and a whole bunch of other videos. Okay, so check it out. I'll put all that information in the description area for you guys, so it's easy and accessible. So now, let's go ahead and talk about this show, y'all. It's not really too much I'm going to talk about, just like some of the main points, like Benny, he's alive. Can we get a round of applause for that, you guys? Yes, he's alive. I thought he killed off himself in the last one, but luckily he didn't. Him and Quincy were still both alive. They kind of just duked it out, battled it out, with Benny kind of being the winner because he was stronger. And this dude, Quincy, was much more vulnerable right now. So he was getting beat up, and the good thing about it is that Benny actually called the cops so they can come and get Quincy. The only bad thing about that is that he planted some drugs on him so that when the cops come, they could take him back to jail. But little did he know, Quincy still had a good amount of life left in him. So by the time the cops came, he had rolled his little self away from the crime scene, from the scene, and he was like hiding in the bushes, so they didn't even find him. So he's out for blood now. You already know he's gonna make sure that he finds Mr. Benny, and he gonna make him pay, especially because he took his kid, which we're gonna get into it a little bit further. So Candace, she looks freaking gorgeous, amazing in her all white jumpsuit, catsuit. It was like more like a jumpsuit type of thing that she had going on. It was absolutely gorgeous. Her body looked amazing, did it not? Okay, so the guy, I forgot his name, the guy from the bar, you know, the nice white guy, he is now like courting her. He takes her on a jet, they get their freak on, and he's just whining and dining her and showing her a whole new way of life. And she is just, she seems like she's scared. She looks like she's about to have an anxiety attack because she's never really felt this way before. She's had guys, but most of the time they either are trying to get money from her, give her money for her services, or it's more like a business type of thing as opposed to how it is now. So it's brand new for her, and she doesn't even know. This experience is just like crazy to her. She feels like it's unreal. And he also, another thing that I like about him is that he mentioned that she has to get real money. And she has to, she said, oh, so this, I think she said 500,000 in my bank account is nothing. And he's like, yeah, it's nothing. You have to invest and make something back on that. See, I like that. She needs that white man in her life because he's showing her a new way. Like I told you guys in previous episodes, I told you maybe in the last episode, the episode before that, maybe like 2-3 episodes now, I've been saying this, that a lot of black people, and I mean minorities in general, not necessarily solely black people, but we can say black people because I'm black and I know how it is, okay? They tend to, when they get some money in their hands, they tend to buy the latest Jordans, the new Louboutins. You know, if not up to that level, then maybe like some Jessica Simpsons or some Carlos Santana, like whatever, Mark Fisher, whatever. You know, they tend to get the latest, the most expensive things so that they can go out and show out, and then at the end of the day, all their money done. It's finished by the time they just got it, and it's all gone. That's the same thing people do in tax time. Then next year or a couple months later, they have nothing to show for it. They were just throwing it up, you know, making it rain, and then all of a sudden, a couple months later, you're eating that ramen noodles again. So you know what I'm saying? I have a fly in here, and it's getting on my nerves. It is huge. But if you guys see it, that's what it is, okay? It's a fly. It is huge. Alright, so Jeffrey, he tells David that his mother is sick in the head And he's like, you're just trying too hard. You really need to give up. And he calls her evil, and David gets defensive. He's like, I'm your mother. I'm in love with her. Have you ever been in love? This is what you do when you're in love. You kind of fight for what's yours and what you want. And I love her, and that's why I'm married to her. And Jeffrey said one of the things that I was thinking, and I've said on numerous occasions, but I was just surprised to hear Jeffrey say it. He was like, you need to be with Maggie because you're happy with her. She makes you happy. I'm like, oh snap, Jeffrey. High five to you, my brother. Yes, you are speaking nothing but the truth. And his father was just like, what? Like, how do you know this? He's like, mom says it all the time. So he already kind of has the scoop because the mom been putting out all the business out there all the time. And he tells him, you know, I never seen your mom like this. She's acting this way because she can't handle the fact that you're gay. And he's like, you know, I'm sorry. I wish I could change. And he's like, no, don't feel sorry for who you are. And I really love this dialect. Dialect. Y'all about to think I'm slow. This dialogue between the two of them, because it was just amazing. It really showed like a real good connection between father and son that you don't always see, especially in the black community. You don't always see fathers being such good fathers to their kids, like regardless of anything, down for them. Like sometimes the fathers ain't even there. Never mind your son is gay and you're still there. You're holding him down. You're by his side. I love the relationship that they have, and they're both open and honest with each other. It was just amazing to me to see that. Like that kind of warmed my heart just a little bit. Go ahead, Tyler Perry. You doing it, man. So now Maggie Day, she comes in after Jeffrey leaves, and she tells him that she has fixed everything. She is Miss Fix-It, honey. She has made it in the press to look like there was some type of candle or some type of other type of fire, and it was not arson. It was not Veronica. She had nothing to do with it. She fixed up everything, and now Veronica's not going to go to jail for arson. So go ahead, Maggie, do your thing. She also tells David that a lot of times when spouses get so upset and riled up and jealous, it's because they might be cheating themselves. And he's like, no, she would never do that. And she's like, are you so sure? How can you be sure? And he's like, yes, I know my wife, and she would not do something like that. She's like, are you sure though? And he's like, yes. It's like she wants to so badly tell him what she knows because she has the proof. It's not like she just has words. She has the proof in her to put in to tell him what the heck is going on. But she just, I feel like she just doesn't want to be the one to crush him, to mess up his spirits. Like maybe she should just mail it to him anonymously and just let him see the pictures like that. I mean, that always works, right? That could definitely work. Yeah, but that was pretty much, and she just kind of left it there. She didn't want to take it any further following that. Hannah, she helps Catherine, damn fly. She helps Catherine to retrieve Amanda's diary so she can find out all the things that are in there, and she kind of gets confirmation of everything that Candace had told her. Benny, he goes to Quincy's sister's house because he found out through Quincy's wallet that most likely the child was going to be at the sister's house because they're all close, and I think they all took a picture together or something. So when he makes it over there, and she tries to stop him, tries to do the ghetto stuff and jump on his back and get some pots to beat him up with, but she wasn't able to stop him. He was a man on a mission, and he made sure that he got the little boy, got little Quincy, and took him up out of there. It was like a swap meet or something. Like, it was crazy. There's like freaking 5, 6, 7, 8 kids in one little room with a bunk bed. I'm like, wow, like this is ridiculous. So they ended up taking him out of there. I mean, he ended up taking him out of there, little Quincy, and they're on their way to Granny's house, to his grandmother Hannah's house. So that's pretty much where it left off. We're gonna see what happens in the next one. I think it's about to be the season finale, but I'm not really sure. So we'll see what happens, guys. Be on the lookout for Black & Crew is coming back, as well as Bad Girls is coming back, and we got some other shows that are gonna be back on rotation. Some of our most exciting shows, like Empire, is coming back soon as well. So yeah, just make sure you subscribe and you keep it locked because we got it right here, okay? I do it for you. You guys be sure to stay fabulous, live free, and soar limitless. I'll see you in the next one. Laters.